Mendes here for Submission Rated, proudly brought to you by Musashi. Standing here with Daniel Cormier's boxing coach, Rosendo Sanchez. Rosendo, man, give us the update. How's Daniel Cormier looked so far this camp? We know it hasn't been a very long preparation this time around.
It was a long preparation, but I feel like we have the way he works so hard, and we work the hard cardio so good. I'm very impressed where he's at. I know we're going to push the pace like we always do, and the kid doesn't have the cardio like we do, even on the short notice, coming to this fight. So I'm excited to see him break him.
I was going to say, does this change the game plan at all? Because cardio really has been Daniel Cormier's one of his biggest assets. He can grind into the later rounds. Is it in some ways potentially looking to maybe finish the fight a little bit earlier so he doesn't have to rely on that this time?
I don't think that's the case. I think that the way he works hard, he knows how to push people, and a lot of people don't understand that pace that he brings to the table when it comes to the fighting game. So I think within the first, second round, we should see a big change within Lewis's cardio, and then that's when he starts, you start seeing the energy be sucked out of him.
Being the great boxing coach that you are, how would you rate Derek Lewis's striking? Because he sort of has this knack for going to fights and taking a beating, but then he comes back in a massive way.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to talk bad about nobody because I respect all these fighters as they come out here. They're elite fighters, but I mean, I don't see any danger in them. I mean, the danger is the power, but I mean, that's all within us not making no dumb mistakes and figuring like he got hurt and then just going for trying to finish him off. Like again, we're gonna close the distance, stay tight, and use a lot of elbows when he's on onto his side versus using punches, so we could finish him and break him apart.
A lot of questions about Daniel's hand, if there's injuries. Can you say anything about that? Is his hand 100% going into this fight?
Oh, his hand's 100%. We've been, he got checked out. We double-checked it. We were sparring. He was going a little light at the beginning, but, started putting it on towards the end, hurting these guys again. Within, it's amazing how, being a heavyweight just makes him that much stronger and harder. And we've seen the power that he's got, and he's going to show it again Saturday night.
Just a couple of questions and we'll let you go. First of all, a lot of people wondering if him and John Jones will cross paths again. Do you think if he meets Jones at heavyweight, the fight changes significantly because he doesn't have the weight cut, he's got more power? A lot of people believe that he's a much better fighter at heavyweight because he doesn't have to go through that brutal weight cut.
I agree completely. I said him fighting him at heavyweight, it's a complete advantage to us because we don't cut the weight. I mean, as you guys can see within him fighting at light heavyweight, he lost some of his power. Not that he didn't lose the power, it's just that, the weight, him being comfortable, not stressing his body to lose all this weight to make the weight, and I'm very impressed. And I've told him, I said, you're going up to him where you're kicking my ass all the time, it hurts. But, this is part of the sport, and this is what we love to do, and maybe you keep this guy on top of the world, and, gratitude to all his coaches and teammates that support him and love him, and, we're here and, to follow his dream and keep it going.
How would you see the rematch going if it was at heavyweight between him and Jones?
I would see a similar as you're going to see Saturday night, with either a finish or a knockout.
Just quickly, we remember a classic moment when Brock Lesnar stormed the octagon last time. This time, Daniel says if he comes in and he tries something, he'll slap him. But I'm wondering, with yourself, will you be there? Will you be ready in case Brock storms that octagon?
I'll always be there ready for my guys. We train. We have a lot of things together. We, as a family, I have all my guys back, so we're ready to go. And if he's ready to go, well, hey, there ain't no scare here. We're gonna go and take him down.
Well, is there a line that can be crossed potentially? Because obviously with Brock, you get the WWE theatrics, but is there a line that he could potentially cross that would sort of, make things a little bit more serious in that octagon if he confronts Daniel after the fight?
I mean, it's all spare the moment type things, because you just don't know. The moment, you're there, you're happy, and like when it first happened, it was like nobody expected it. Me as his fighter, as his coach, I always had these guys back, right or wrong. So I saw it a threat. I jumped in, and it is what it is. There you're going to take it a little different, because it's already happened once. I mean, he did shove him pretty hard, but if he's going to slap him and then it goes beyond that, then that's when it's all instinct if it's going to happen or not happen.
Fantastic. Well, we can't wait to see what happens. Best of luck, UFC 230, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.